Welcome gamers, Hazardor here, and today I'm going to give you my impressions / a review of the Rainbow Six Siege beta. First, I'll be going through the positives. I love the tactical aspect of this game, and there aren't many other shooters like this, not on console anyway. It feels very different from your Battlefield and Call of Duty, Destiny, other like first person shooters like that are quite popular on consoles now. The gameplay is also very fun, and there's a massive tactical aspect on the game. If you are not communicating with your team, or you don't know what your team's doing, you're going to have a much lower chance of winning the rounds. Playing with friends is definitely much better when it comes to Rainbow Six Siege, as you can use tactics to win the game. You all select a different class, you all attack the same room for example, and you can defeat the enemy team much better if you're all communicating. This is probably the best thing about the game, is the tactics element. It's really slow paced and you have to really think about what you're doing. You can't go and rush in there, go for a few kills, as you'll highly damage your team's chances of winning a round. I've loved the game so far, and I'll be putting much more hours in it before the beta actually finishes. The graphics are quite good, but you don't really play the game for this, that's for sure. And there is quite a big variety within the game itself. There are quite a few classes you can pick from, and each one is very different from each other. From attackers to defenders, you can use a riot shield while you're going in as an attacker. You can also play as a medic. You can also use a massive sledgehammer to break down walls and stuff, which is also a very tactical way of playing. These new classes don't actually look good, they also bring a huge new variety to the game, with each class playing out very differently, and you have a very specific role to play within your squad. You have to think carefully of what class you pick before actually going into a game, as you'll have to use that class most effectively to help your team out. Regardless of what class you pick, there are so many different ways to approach a game. You can come in from the roof, you can come in through the main entrances, you can breach walls, you can smash through windows, you can go in as a team, you can all go in from different angles. There are many different ways to play this game. As a defender, you have to kind of camp it out and set a base, block all the entrances as much as you can and just wait for the enemies. As an attacker, you've got to plan which entrance you're going to take, which windows you're going to come through and stuff like that. All of these different ways of approaching an objective makes all the rounds very different from each other, so the game doesn't get boring. Every single round is really tense. It is a much better version of the search and destroy mode in Call of Duty. Despite me liking the game so far, there are quite a lot of negatives I've found. The biggest one in my opinion is the servers and the matchmaking. Within the first hour I was only able to play for about 5 to 10 minutes because I simply couldn't find a game. It just takes ages and ages, which is really frustrating. And how can you enjoy a game if you can't even play it? Let's hope the servers aren't like this when the game actually launches, because it'll be an absolute car crash, and I can see many people trading in their games on day one if the servers are as bad as this. But remember, this is a beta, so they will have a lot of feedback from this and hopefully they'll improve it. Another big criticism is that many people didn't actually get codes on day one. They advertised it that you were guaranteed beta access on the 24th if you pre-ordered. I pre-ordered and I wasn't able to play yesterday. I didn't get my code, and a lot of people weren't happy about that, including me. There are criticisms to the gameplay itself. If you are a fan of first-person shooters such as Call of Duty, you won't feel at home at all with this game. It is much slower paced, and no matter what game mode you play, you've got to take it really slowly and you can't be a lone wolf. A lot of people won't like this sort of gameplay, and I can understand it. Maybe it was just the lobby I was in, but I found that there were quite a lot of campers on this game. Defenders just sitting in a room waiting for you to come in there. In theory, that's what you really should be doing, let's be honest, but it does get quite tedious when you get killed by someone who's just waiting for you. As a defender, you should be checking your corners, moving slowly from room to room, and just covering different doorways and windows. You shouldn't be sitting in a corner just waiting for them. That can't be fun for you or the person who gets killed. Many people did complain that this game got repetitive after a while, and I can see where they're coming from. Some matches feel like they are almost recycled as they play out through the same way, and that can get very repetitive. But Ubisoft have announced that they will be releasing DLC maps for free, so hopefully that will bring a wide variety of content to the game. In conclusion, I will be buying this game at launch, and I won't be cancelling my pre-order as long as the servers aren't absolutely awful. This is what's brought the game down for me so far. I haven't got much criticisms of the game so far apart from the servers being awful. If the servers are sorted out, this game will be very good, and I can't wait for it to come out on the 1st of December. But anyway guys, thank you for watching. Like, comment and subscribe for more.